Major Mohommed Ali Shah is joining us on the broadcast for more on this story. Major Mohommed Ali Shah, how do you view the situation panning out? We were just hearing a reaction there. Major Shah, you're on mute. Please go ahead.
No, I am on mute. Uday, what story are you talking about? I have just logged in. I don't know what are you on right now.
Major Shah, we are talking, of course, about Sri Lanka and the situation there.
Okay. Now, Sri Lanka, we have already given $2.4 billion as a help, as an aid to Sri Lanka in the month of February and March. But let me tell you, see, Japan, which was born, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, was born. It rose from the ashes. So why not? In fact, Sri Lanka will definitely come out of these trying times. And with the change of the government, earlier there was a big ruckus over there. 26 members of the ministers had resigned, but the two Rajapaksa brothers were not willing to resign. The monks were protesting. Everybody was protesting. It was not about any religious community was protesting, but the entire citizen of Sri Lanka was protesting. They were very unhappy over there, and they were troubled times in Sri Lanka. So now I feel, well, yes, in Sri Lanka only, because once you have hit the rock bottom, there's only one way up thereafter. And when you have hit the rock bottom, the way is only up. There's no down. So yes, I feel Sri Lanka is certainly in. They have an elder brother, a neighbor, India. We are always there for them. We will always go out our way to help them out and to bail them out. So Sri Lanka, most certainly, despite of the crisis, is certainly going to come out of it very, very soon. And I would like to tell my Sri Lankan brothers and sisters who are listening to me right now that this too shall pass. And in troubled times, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high and you want to smile but have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, and all of us sometimes learn. And many a person turns about when he might have won, had he stuck it out. So don't quit. Though the pace seems slow, you may win with another blow. Often a struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure, turn inside out, the silver tint in the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It might be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worst, you must not quit. So I think, my Sri Lankan brothers and sisters, you will soon come out of this calamity. India is there to help you out. You have friendly neighbors around. You have the international community around. And we all will support you in your times of need. Don't quit when the tide is lowest, since you are on the coastal side, right? So I will tell Sri Lanka this thing. Don't quit when the tide is lowest, for it's just about to turn. Don't quit over doubts and questions, for there's something you may learn. Don't quit when the hill is steepest, for your goal is almost nigh. Don't quit when you have run the furthest, for your goal is almost nigh. Don't quit when you're... So most certainly Sri Lanka is going to come out of the crisis. And if you see the budget, you see the economy, you see, because the China has taken that port for 99-year lease until they repay back the rent, they repay back their loan to China. So yes, China will be aggressive. It's like, Uday, you and me, if we rent out an apartment and if we don't get the rent, and if someone takes a loan from us and finally the person is unable to pay the loan, what would we do? So that way, but they made a very big mistake which the international community must learn, that not to make friends with China, because ultimately, see, I'll give you an example of Solomon Islands. Solomon Islands is 2,000 kilometers from Australia. Now China, in 2018, they had a pact with Australia, because Solomon Islands, they are basically a chain of 6 major islands and 900 small islands. Now, because they are in such a coastal area, they are often problems of pirates, cargo, gang fights. There is a basic discipline and a law and order problem over there. So they have signed this pact with Australia in 2018 that Australia will protect them. Now they have made friends with China, and China, according to the pact, there's a secret pact. Yes. The documents were leaked about a week back. As per the secret pact, now China can come into Solomon Islands with their peacekeeping army, which will not be good for Australia, because Australia will be threatened. And Mr. Scott Morrison had also rebuked the Russia's actions on Ukraine on 24th February 2022. So now if Australia does that, Australia can also send the peacekeeping army, but if you send your peacekeeping army without the consent of that particular country concerned, then it's invasion. If you send it with the consent, it's okay. So now that is what Solomon Islands is doing with China. And that is a mistake with Russia, with Sri Lanka did.
All right.
So anybody who makes friends with a snake will...
We're going to have to leave it at that. Major Shah, appreciate you joining us with your perspective on that story.